Hello again, Sean here. Congratulations on completing your Photoshop training with Short and Sweet. I really hope you found the training helpful, and I'm looking forward to sending you some more content over the next few days. Bit of a recap video series on the key tools that we covered during your training, as well as some of the main concepts. We'll start off by looking at some of the fundamentals, and then we'll look at some of the tools in the toolbar that you'll be using on a regular basis, as well as some of the panels. The key thing for you to do is to continue using the program as much as you can on a daily basis, and you'll get quicker and quicker at these main tools. So I look forward to presenting these tools in the following videos. I'll see you in there. Alright, so we'll take a look at the Photoshop workspace. So to begin with, I'll come up to the File menu and then come down to Open Up an Image. If you've got your Start screen showing, you'll also have recently opened documents sitting in front of you on the Start screen, and you can click on one of those to open them up. Or if you can't see a document that was recently opened that you want to access, then you can always go up to the File Open, or click on the Open button on that Start screen. Okay, so I'm just going to navigate to this document here. Just open this one up. And let's take a look at our workspace. So we've got our tools over here on the left-hand side, and we'll be running through a lot of these tools in your recap video series. We can move our toolbar around just by grabbing it at the top there. We've got the ability to have it running across two columns or as a single column by clicking on those little arrows in the top right corner. Then we've got our panels over here on the right hand side, and I've got some panels docked over here, and I can access those by clicking on their little icon there. And then I've also got my panels listed over here. If I did want to keep any of these panels open, I can drag them off from that dock and keep them there. I can grab the bottom of the panel as well to change the height and the width. All the panels also have these little flyout menus on the side, and we can access a lot of the actions performed within the panel from this panel menu. With the panel arrangements, Photoshop does come shipped with some panel arrangements, and they're available from this little drop down at the top here. And we can see that a good place to start might be the Essentials arrangement. So when I click on that, it changes the panels to a lot of the basic panels. There's also got this Learn panel available. I'll come back to this drop down again, and you might be doing photographic based editing. So if I go to the Photography panel arrangement, we can see that we've got panels that relate to adjusting photographs. You can even create your own custom panel arrangements. So if, for example, you wanted to use a similar panel arrangement to photography, but maybe you don't use the navigation panel, so you could drag that out and get rid of it by clicking on this little cross there. And you may want to now save this panel arrangement. We can do that by coming back to the drop down and then creating a new workspace from here, and then you can just name it and it will remember the panels that you've got open at that time. I'll just cancel that. I've actually already got my own panel arrangement. We can see my name listed at the top there, so I'll just click on that and it changes the panels to the way I like to have them set up. Last time I was in this arrangement, I did leave these panels open, so if I did want to clean up that arrangement, I can come back to that drop down again, and you've also got this reset arrangement option here, so I can reset my panel arrangement to its default, and now my panels are all neat and tidy. Great, and now we can move across to our control panel. So we've got this control panel that runs across the top of our screen. Now that panel will change depending on the tool that you've got active here, and we can use that control panel to help determine the properties of the tool we have active in the toolbar. And then we've got our application menu running across the very top. And so from here, we can access the file menu where we may want to open, save, or export our files or print them. We can come to the edit menu where we can do things like copying and pasting pixels that we've selected on the page. We have our image area where we can go in and do things like add adjustments to our image, or we can also change the image size and the canvas size from here. We have the layers panel where we can create new layers, and we can group them, do all sorts of things within the layers panel. Then we have our type menu where we can modify our type once we've added it to our document. We have our selection menu that we can use to select pixels on the page or deselect or inverse our selection. Our filters, heaps of filters in there in Photoshop, but there's a few key ones that we'll be looking at. You've got your 3D, your extruding and that sort of thing that you can do within Photoshop. And then you've got your view menu for zooming in, zooming out, fitting your page on the screen, that kind of thing. and then our window menu. So the window menu is where we can access any of the panels that we may require on the right-hand side. So for example, if I don't have the character panel open, I can click on it from here and it will open the panel up over here on the right. And then finally, you have the help menu, and that's a great help menu. If you know what to search for, it's pretty good at pointing things out for you. Now, when you do have a document open, you'll have the document name listed across the top here, and then you'll also have the color mode. As we can see with this particular document, it's an RGB image. If I open up another document, what's happened is it stacked the document behind the document that I currently had open. So you can see there that I can click back and forth between these images. Now, if I wanted to split the screen, if I wanted to view these images at the same time, I can come to the window menu from here, and then I've got this arrange area. And so from here, I can choose to tile my open documents vertically. So when I do that, it just stacks these two images next to one another, and then I could drag elements from one image across to another. Going back up to that window menu under arrange, I can just come down to consolidate all so that I'm just viewing one image at a time. I'll just close this image here by clicking on the top left corner. So that's a little bit about the Photoshop workspace. What we'll do next is look at the properties of an image when we first open it up to determine things like its color mode and its overall resolution. See you in the next video.